what are the ones that on a weekly or a monthly basis, the KPIs that you wanted to know from each of those restaurants?
Well, first of all, we had a controller working full time, analyzing everything. It's the first an analytic platform, so where we gave them access on a daily basis to the KPIs.
Okay.
But the KPIs, the most important thing is the forecast of every unit. So you do your forecast sales, and then you have your targeted staff KPI percentage, and that then generated a scheduled amount of hours that you had to. So you could only, let's say, you could only schedule 250 hours. So that's something that was controlled on a daily basis, or at least before the week started, it was controlled by a controller. They could just say, look, why have you scheduled 20 hours above your forecast? Can you explain? So that's and then once the week passed, you also said, well, congratulations, you went 20 hours below.
And
or why did you went 20 hours below?
How did you get to those 250 hours? That's per outlet, I guess. So they were 250 hours.
I have we get it from the set. So we worked with Caspeco and then Caspeco has a forecast module built into the salary system, and then you get all this. You get this. So you do the sales, and then you have all the contracts and the salary information of the staff. So you get an average cost per hour. And then you take your forecast, you put in your KPI salary percentage, and then you get your hours.
All right.
So that's the way. So we were talking hours instead of it's just hours, so they could easily understand this is the amount of hours. So they could say, look, you need to save hours. You need to take a risk on Monday, for example, and then you need to put it on Friday.
Yeah. So this is a clear example of talk in the language of the manager, not so much in the language of money, but really in, they need to plan in hours, and that's why you talk in hours with them.
Exactly.
All right.
So they can easily understood. And another thing was obviously cost control in terms of the raw material. But then we looked at the top 25 freshly produced, or the top 25 turnover products. That's where we did inventory weekly, and the rest we did inventory monthly.
All right.
And then turnover per hour. So those three basically were the key KPIs for us. The turnover per hour is there. That's where you can compare similar units to each other, and then you can say, look. And then you can look at hours. You can say you have the same turnover. You use 50 hours more. You have the same amount of seats. How come? And then you can also switch. If needed, you can also switch place, and they can cross-train each other. And then you can. So this is how we do it here. This is how we can actually manage. We can reach the same sales in a similar operation, and so on.